everybody, we're the Theme Park Dropouts. I'm Lou.
And I'm Al.
And together we are Luau. Well, let's talk about the bald elephant in the room.
Bob Chapek! Everyone is very excited that Chapek is out and Uncle Iger is back. But there's actually a whole lot more to the story, and it's not exactly the blessing everyone thinks it is.
It's like being excited that Snoke is gone, but Palpatine's back.
It's like my terrible stepdad finally left.
Smokes and road beers, be quick.
Who left for cigarettes 5 years ago is back, but my mom's all like, he's changed! Or it's like when you kick the drunk guy out at the bar who got his friends to pay his tab so that he could impress his girlfriend by showing that he could afford to take her out to fancy bars. But then you bring back the other drunk guy that paid a whole bunch of drinks and took like 2 sips out of each and then just left a bunch of unfinished drinks lying around the bar so that he could say that he bought the most drinks ever. Oh, I guess that makes sense. Well, let's see what's going on in the parks.
ThatParkPlace.com has a great article declaring that the Walt Disney World park experience is set to improve. It talks about all the ridiculous add-ons from Genie app to the Genie Plus and the Lightning Lane app. You know, the app that they want you to pay extra for. You know, the thing you used to get for free in the 90s. And not to mention the ridiculous reservation system for pass holders having to schedule a time to use their annual passes. You know, the pass that used to guarantee you entry into the park, but during the pandemic, they instead had a reservation system taking all the fun and spontaneity out of the park, not to mention the price gouging that would make Ebenezer Scrooge blush.
Humbug.
And not to miss an opportunity to make a shiny nickel to make up for the overpurchase of Fox, you will now need to make reservations for the Lightning Poo Lane scheduling and getting fast passes to go number 2 at your designated poo time.
I'm rumbly in my tumbly.
Picture rolling up to the toilet only to hear this. Well, I'm sorry, we'll have to return at your designated poo time.
Just Theme Park's Twitter account said a snake was spotted on Disney property, which I think is a little harsh. Chapek was just trying to clean out his desk. Also, I did this joke just to make yet another jab at Paycheck, but why is this news? This is Florida. There's snakes and gators everywhere. What would be actual news is if someone saw Disney doing something that benefited their employees.
Fox 35 News reported it's the end of an era at Universal Orlando Resort. Woody Woodpecker's Kid Zone has permanently closed after 24 years. January 15th was the last day for a handful of attractions in the area of the Florida theme park. The kids area was home to Fievel's Playland, Woody Woodpecker's Nut House Coaster, Curious George Goes to Town, yeah he does, DreamWorks Destination, and Shrek and Donkey's Meet and Greet attraction. Some of the characters survived the cut. The Trolls and Shrek and Fiona found work in other areas of the park. Even Puss in Boots found a new home. But fan favorite Donkey was released from his contract.
Turn me in. I'll never be stubborn again. I can change. Please give me another chance.
We believe he has found work at a local Waffle House. Reps for Donkey refused to comment on the troubled Shrek star's current job situation, insisting he was still cutting an album under the name Little MC Ass. Al, back to you.
According to the Orange County Register, Disneyland and Disney World have issued courtesy warnings, which would allow cast members to remove unruly guests. This should have been implemented years ago, but Disney just discovered that they in fact have human employees, and that most guests are dickholes. It sounds like someone finally played undercover boss for real and found out that in fact, this is not the most magical place on earth. Duh! Jeez.
2 meet and greets returning to Magic Kingdom. PiratesandPrincesses.net said that since the reopening of the Walt Disney World Resort from the COVID-19 pandemic in 2020, entertainment has slowly been coming back to the theme parks. Yeah, no shit. Even though they still charge the same pre-pandemic ticket prices. The article also states the 2 princesses have been quite hard to find since the reopening. I'm going to say this has more to do with the new movie trailer that got wrecked online at what some people would say that is because the new movie doesn't feature a real mermaid, and the other part of a lifelong of needless live-action remakes of beloved animated classics. Belle and Ariel have specific areas inside the Magic Kingdom where guests can interact and take photos with them. Ariel's Grotto and Enchanted Tales with Belle have been shut ever since the reopening of that park. Both areas include enclosed and tight spaces. Hey, you know about that, don't you? Al? Yeah. Both locations will reopen soon. Ariel's Grotto will reopen to welcome guests to meet and greet with Princess Ariel on January 22nd. And how long ago we're way behind on these stories. Anyway, they're already open by this time. Enchanted Tales with Belle is a more of an interactive show where guests are picked to be certain characters in Belle and the Beast's story. After the show, Princess Belle is accessible to the guests from show... Princess Belle is accessible to the guests for, meet and greet for pictures. Both Enchanted Tales with Belle and Ariel's Grotto will be available for guests on Genie+. This is a welcome announcement for these two venues for meet and greet.
Disney is finally getting rid of Genie Plus. They're finally getting rid of something that was a complete money grab and pointless. And also, Genie Plus. Park guests were very excited, saying, "Thank goodness, it was way too expensive." And wait, what was it? How did it work?
Universal's new Mario Kart ride in Japan is getting called out for not being inclusive to a larger portion of their demographic. How is that possible? Japanese people are tiny. They should be careful because people who eat churros, overpriced snacks, drink 8 large sodas a day, and eat huge portions of theme park food, well, that's kind of their key demographic. It was like that time that OnlyFans tried to restrict content to no, how do I say this, adult material. Do you like money? Then you don't exclude people that are making you money. I'm pretty sure that's the lesson 1 in business school, you morons.
And in an effort to make sure all the cool kids are easy to find, Universal has removed all the smoking sections. Sections? I don't know. Except one per park. All the Transformers have also been asked to reduce their smog emissions. And the villains of Marvel Island have been asked to reduce their smoky, dramatic entrances as well. And go more green in general. Meanwhile, Green Goblin is over here like, what?
Well, there you have it. I think the moral of today's episode is Bob Chapek and Genie Plus didn't spark joy, so they got Maria Kondo'd.
People are also going to find out real quick that Iger doesn't spark joy either.
Some lessons you have to learn yourself. Well, I'm Lou.
And I'm Al.
And together we are Luau!
Like and subscribe to the channel and tell all your friends. And if you're a current theme park employee, share your stories with us and we'll read them on the channel. Well, until next time, we're the
Theme Park Dropouts!